Hello, talkers. This is Ruth Finney with today's Talk Inspired Practice. In Acts chapter 16, starting around verse 16, there's a story of two disciples, Paul and Silas, who were traveling to a place of prayer. And on their way, they met a slave woman who had a spirit in her by which she used to predict the future and make money off of. This woman followed them for days, which they tried to tolerate, but she was being a real nuisance, shouting repeatedly without ceasing that these are servants of God and they will tell you how to be saved. Now, Paul and Silas knew who they were and what their mission was, and they didn't need her constantly shouting it out and bringing them unnecessary attention because they weren't called to everyone. It took several days, but Paul eventually got so annoyed that he turned in her direction and spoke the words, "In the name of Jesus, I command you to come out of her." And the spirit left her. Now, I can't help but to focus on the fact that it took days of frustration before Paul decided to speak to the problem. They could have had a peaceful journey much earlier, and they could have saved themselves some unnecessary harm. Because this entire event eventually caused an uproar in the city, and Paul and Silas found themselves under attack. They were stripped, they were beaten, and they were thrown into prison. Now, God worked it out for his good because Paul and Silas were eventually freed, and in the midst were able to bring others to salvation and glorify God. But things could have gone much easier had Paul spoken to the problem earlier. How long must we suffer unnecessarily and for prolonged periods of time because rather than speaking to the problems we're experiencing in our relationships, we agonize over trying to figure out how to tolerate them or even how to accommodate them because we don't want to cause friction. Unaddressed problems don't go away. They only fester and cause what could be a healthy relationship to become toxic. If you are in a relationship, you have a voice. Use it to speak to the problems you're facing and watch God make a move to change it. If you can relate, become a talker and check out my tips and classes, or click that bell and come chat with me on a live session and learn more ways that you can talk your way to the healthier relationships that you desire and you deserve. Until next time, be the light.